We'll see what is there. So this is first key and this is first value. So I don't want this. This is key again. This is value. I don't want this too. This key value. I don't want this too. I want content, right? Because in the content we have the data that I need. What I need? File name. So this content key, if I'll take the content key from a result, we will get this as a value from here to here. And what is that? This is list. So if I iterate this through this content, this is list object. So inside this list object again, I have multiple value. Okay, you can see here. This is key. This one. So I am having 3 key here. So this I don't need because this is just a folder out. Inside this data is there. Okay, so CSV. So what I have to do is this is just result variable RES. So from the RES, I need to check the content. If content is there, means some folder, some file is there, then I have to loop it. So that's what I'm doing here. If you see my code here, so what I'm doing is I'm just checking if content is there in RES. Okay, if it's there, then I'm taking the content. So this will give me, I will have the list element, and in this list element, from the list element, if you see here, the list element, first element is dictionary. So again, from the list element, I'm just taking the key, and in this key, if value is containing CSV, that only I'm picking. Okay, CSV, then I'm picking this one, and then so what I'll pick here, we'll just take this one from here to here. Okay, so from here, I need file name. Okay, to get the file name, I need to split this one based on this forward slash, and then if you split it, we'll get again one list. So to get the file name, we have to take the -1 because the last element. Okay, so this is the way to get the file name. Once you will get the file name, I'm just keeping this into one list object that that list object again we need to move that we required to move the data. We'll discuss further. So just keep it here, and then once you will get the file name. So how to read the file? The simple pd.readscsv, and then you have to give the location of the file. So this is the constant location. So this is the file name. So we'll read the data frame. We'll read the file into data frame. Okay, and we are appending this data frame into one empty data frame. So again loop will come. Again this loop will iterate, and then it will get the second file, and again second file will be appended into this file df. Okay, so this final df will have data of both the file. So that both file we have combined, correct? And then we will save this into our destination. So where I want to save? I want to save into combined folder. So we'll keep save into combined folder. Once we will save, so let me do delete here. Okay. So hope you understand this code. If you not understand, you can comment it. Or it's not that much tough. CG. Okay. Go to the function. This one we don't need. Okay, so this is the code to combine both the file. Whatever the file is there, it's not only 2, because it is looping it through all the variable, and then it will combine into one final data frame. And this final data frame we are saving it into here, this location, combine data, and then file name I'm putting it annual combined, and then this is appended with current time. So current time I'm converting here. Okay, so till here is fine. So after that, what I need, once I will save this one, this is my folder, I will read it. After combining it, I have to save this data into combined data. Till here it's done. Now what I have to do is I have to move this data from here to archive folder. Okay, so currently S3 doesn't have that API, move API. So what is the workaround is we have to copy this data from one folder, from real-time data to archive folder, and then delete data from here. Because move is not there. If you get, you can comment it, because I tried with only one thing, we didn't get. We have to copy it and then delete it. So for that, code is here. So already whatever the file was there, I have already kept it into this variable fname list. Okay, so to copy this is the code. We're using copy command, source bucket, and then where we have to move this target location, and then after copying it, we are deleting it from there. Okay, this simple command, go here and then hope you understood these things. Let me do it. We deploy it. Okay, refresh it so that we can check if all the content has been written properly, or because of internet is having some problem. No problem, we have all the data properly. Okay, just test it. So once this is done, I will show you how to run this job in every 1 hour. You can do it from CloudWatch event. If you go here, okay, it's done. So you can see the job has been successful. We'll come here and see data is there. So just refresh it. So no data here because we have moved data from real time to archive. You can see the data might be here, correct? And then combined data, you can see it must be available in combined folder. This is done. Now I want to run this job because you will not available here to run it manually from here, right? So you can do it using trigger. You can add trigger, and you can go to CloudWatch, or directly you can go to CloudWatch event here. Already you are opening it. So you can go to CloudWatch event rule. In the rule, you have to create new rule. You can, this will be schedule and fixed rate. Fixed rate 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. Then you have to add the target. Add target. You have to give your lambda function name. What is my lambda function name? Combined file lambda. Okay, nothing's there. Just configure it. You can give some name. Combined file. Okay, and then create rule. Done. You come here. I've not done anything here. I will just refresh it. This is my lambda function. Where is that? My function is. You can go to last modifier. 3 minutes ago, I was working on this combined file lambda. Okay, you can see event bridge has been added. So what will happen now? Now every 1 hour, my this lambda function will trigger. It will take whatever the file will be available in my real-time folder. It will combine all data to move to the combined data file, combined data folder, and then it will delete data from here and it will move this to archive. So this is the small use case that if you find in your project, you can use it. Or that's it for this class. Hope this will be helpful for you people. If you have any this type of any scenario, you can comment below, and then I will try to do the same things in next video. Thank you for watching.